Hey YouTube, another episode on the Live Edge epoxy desk. Today we're testing the epoxy I have in 3 different situations. First one on the left here is a seam tape, basic seam tape from Home Depot. The middle one has nothing, just basic melamine. And the far right is your cheap clear packaging tape. All of these as an added step, I put in some clear silicone around the seams so nothing would leak out. Let's go ahead and try it out. So the first epoxy I will be trying is the WiseBond Deep Pore Epoxy. This stuff is good for 2 inches thick in a single pour. Not sponsored at all by WiseBond, but this stuff proved to be pretty nice. So the WiseBond Deep Pore Epoxy, the big claim to this product is that they have chemically mixed this so that it has a very long pot life and very long working time without getting super hot at all. And as you'll see throughout this video, it takes a very, very long time for it to gel and then fully cure. So here I'm doing some baseline temperature readings just to make sure that I have the right temperature to start, which I do. It's well within the range. And just to track to see if it does spike, how high does it go? Well, it only took 2 days for these things to get hard. They were still gelling at that 20-hour mark and very liquid up until then even. So a long working time, as they claim. Well, not really a surprise, but the packing tape did work. So if you want the cheapest possible release agent, I think just your basic roll of packing tape is going to do the trick. The garbage I'm peeling off here is that silicone. I was not a fan of having that in the corners. So much to my surprise, the melamine left with no release agent at all on, no tape, no spray, stuck really well to this WiseBond epoxy. Did not want to come off at all. And now for the winner, in my opinion, is this seam tape. It is a little bit more expensive, but I think the finish and the ease that it popped off of these sides just made it worth wanting to do the whole table in this. So the next epoxy I'm going to try is this EPE, Easy Pore Epoxy. This stuff is 1-to-1, really easy to follow and mixed up well. Very simple instructions. This kit from Amazon had a little spatula to mix with. It actually came with some cups and other stuff in there, so it was a nice kit. And this stuff is what I want to use on the edges of the slabs to encapsulate them and seal them to the table. So this stuff is supposed to set much faster and have a shorter pot life, and this worked out really well. The test frame I used for this different design because it is not going to be for a deep pour. This is just going to be a thin top coat, and I used the seam tape again for this because it worked so well on the last one. Just whipped up a small sample here and put it in. Well, that's proof enough for me that I should cover the table in this seam tape from Home Depot. So I got 2 rolls and went at it.